Hi guys, welcome back to Graphics Gaming Guide. Today we're going to go after another Necromunda Hired Gun Trophy, Pedestrian, where you need to finish Avarus without using the grapnel. Now Avarus is Chapter 8, so go through the game and then load up Chapter 8, go through, select whatever loadout that you want and start the mission. Now getting through this mission without using the grapnel can be a challenge, however the route itself is fairly simple. What makes it challenging is if you use the grapnel to even remove the shield off of the enemies, you will automatically fail the requirements for this trophy or achievement. You're not allowed to press L1 or LB at all whilst going through Avarus. So to get this one done, as you saw in the video, we just jumped down to our left, then done a double wall run, jump across, up onto the small pipe to your left, jump up here where you're going to have to defeat the enemies, then go through the small doorway. Drop down into the orange glowing section in front of you, take a left down the stairs. There are some shielded enemies down here, so whatever you do, don't use your grapnel, just either use your dog or get behind them. Jump out to the left where you're going to be able to go up onto some aircon units. Once you're on top of the ledge, which will be to your right, you're going to see a couple of shipping containers turn up, which you can wall run through. Wall run through them and then wall run across the next gap, where you're then going to be able to drop down to an area with lots of shielded enemies. Like I say, use either your abilities or use your dog or get behind them, use some explosive weaponry. Whatever you do, just don't use your grapnel whatsoever. Once the enemies have all been defeated, you want to go through, dropping down to your right onto a ledge where you're going to be able to go through near to where the tower operator checkpoint is. Once you've dealt with all the enemies down there, call the cargo and then ride it across. I'll come back in as we're riding the cargo across.
Still works. Advanced SAR quality.
Right, with those sections covered, the next thing you need to do is obviously jump onto this bridge, take out all of the enemies there and then head left and drop down to the lower level, going over to the left side. Now normally for this sort of thing I'd cut the fight, but obviously I want to show you that we haven't used the grapnel launcher whatsoever. You might pick up a couple of combat tips along the way, like with this guy here in front of us. I'm using a static charge +3 Deathbringer assault rifle. Just simply blast away at the head or the legs, get behind them and finish them off, where you should be able to do a takedown, providing they haven't got a plasma shield as well as a normal kind of physical shield as well. Now that we've dropped down, stay to the left where you'll be able to jump up to a ledge on your right. Either take care of the enemies here or simply run past them. You want to go through the gap to your left, do a double jump onto the ladder. If you miss it, you should be able to double jump up to where the ladder is and then simply jump again, interact with the ladder and then go through the small pipe. Now in this next section, you're going to need to deal with the enemies first off, just to make your life a little bit easier. You're then going to have to go around and find a container with a yellow 77 symbol on it, which could be in any of the 9 kind of grid areas that this part of the warehouse makes up. Now when you're up in the control room, you'll be able to use either 1, 2, 3 and ABC and then 2 symbols which signify whether or not the container is on the ground or if it's stacked on top of another container. So we're just about to jump up to where the control room is now, where you're going to be able to find the coordinate dials. There's a few enemies in here we're going to deal with first.
What are they?
Now the dials that you're looking for in the control room are these 3 dials just here on the right there in the corner, and here's what the container symbol looks like. It'll be a yellow 77 symbol with wings above it. You need to kind of jump up on top of the container, work out exactly what area the container's in, set the coordinates, and then hold down either square or X depending on your console in order to be able to go off and get the container. And again, you need to ensure that you're not using the grapnel launcher for the entire time you're going around here. You can double jump and dash all you want, it doesn't matter. If you use the grapnel once, it'll be an automatic fail for your trophy or achievement. Now, once you've collected the container, there'll be a fair few enemies to deal with. I'll jump back in once they're all down. With the enemies defeated, you then need to wait for the container to be loaded into the elevator, which you can see just there. Once it's in there, jump on top of it, ride it all the way up to the top where you're going to have a few ambots to deal with. Once they're all taken care of, providing you haven't used the grapnel launcher at all, your trophy or achievement will then unlock after the results screen for the mission. Now again, I'm just going to let the footage play out just so that way you can see that we've fully completed the mission without having used the grapnel launcher at all. And for these ambots, just a quick tip for you, if you've got either the blast or the crush modules, they deal significant amount of damage to the ambot as they can be quite challenging to take down. And obviously, as with everything else in Necromunda Hired Gun, aim for the head and you'll have a much easier time taking them down anyway. So then guys, that's the mission completed, and as you saw throughout the footage, we didn't use the grapnel launcher once, so the trophy or achievement will unlock after the results screen. I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. Let me know down in the comments section how you're getting on with the pedestrian trophy or achievement. Please ensure you subscribe to Griffin's Gaming Guides and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future Necromunda Hired Gun content. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.